Hey guys, welcome in. Welcome on into tonight's live. How's everybody doing today? It is the 1st of January. Happy New Year. If I didn't see you guys last night, Happy New Year to you. Because I told you sometimes some of y'all I told last night, but we weren't on for very long. But it is Wednesday, January the 1st, and I'm here for it. So, how's everybody doing today? Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully you ate your grapes or you ate your cabbage or whatever it is you guys, the old wives' tales that they say to do. Hopefully you guys did that. I think that the first day of 2025 has been going pretty well for us anyway over here. I mean, Vincent's been shampooing carpets and everything today. So good for me, less havoc on my back. Hey, Ladybug. I think he's getting bored because he had 2 days off last week and then 2 days off this week. So I think he's getting bored with me here. Hey, Catherine, welcome in. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Margot. Look at that, 22 months. Wow. Cheers to 2025. Wow. 22 months that's like as long as I've had memberships. I'm gonna have to get a 24. I'm gonna have to get a 2-year one here soon. Shoot. Look at that. Hey, Princess Elsa. Hey, True Crime Lullabies. I think that, yeah, this year is going to be a good year. Thank you for being a member for so long. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Catherine, did you have to tell them about the Diddy parties? I got to tell you, I was listening to one of his songs probably like a month before all this happened. Like, well, a month before it happened with him. But I was jamming down to it. And I'm like, now we can't listen to Diddy, which is fine. I can do that. That's no problemo. But then they're bringing Jay-Z into the mix. And I'm like, okay, now we're just, what's going on, But we'll be following that case. I heard Diddy had a meltdown during Christmas. I haven't really got a chance to dig into it yet to know exactly how true it is because it was on Long Crime. So, sometimes they can like embellish things a little bit. So just like Nancy Grace. Love that woman, but she got me today on an article. I was like, they didn't say anything about that. Hey, Mike. Hey, Spilled Beans. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. Hopefully, if I haven't seen you since Christmas, hopefully you had a good Christmas, a good New Year, all the things. Good holidays. What are you doing, Mia? She just wants to be a bother. We moved our couch. Okay. So we bought a couch last year and we haven't moved it since we got it. Like we haven't moved it like completely out and like separated it, right? I just don't do it. Like, I don't know. That's my no area is where if I can't see it, I'm cool. Well, we pulled back the couch today, boys and girls, and Vincent was like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, what? Is it dirty? Is it bad? He's like, no, you need to come see this. There was 9 bones plus a regular bone that you could chew on. So 10 altogether. They've been having the time of their life. Thank you, Catherine, for being a member for 20 months. Happy and healthy New Year. But I couldn't believe that. So these dogs are having the time of their life today. So they're having a good New Year. They're having a good New Year. Hey, Dreamcatcher. Hey, Mandy. Oh, did you get it, everything, Ashley? Well, we're in you're in my prayers. I was going to read Reba's thing, but then I was talking at the same time. Oh, Reba, we will. Be vigilant. I couldn't even say it for a minute. Cabbage, pork chops, and black eyed peas. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think black eyed peas is one. Thank you, Ladybug. Thank you. We had a good like midnight. We stayed awake. It was pretty funny. I went in and we got off the live around 11 something, 15 maybe. I can't remember for sure. And then I went in and I got ready to go to bed. And I was like, man, I've only got 20 minutes. I have to stay awake or something. It was like 20 minutes or something by the time I got my makeup and everything off. So I was like, I think I could do it. And then I'll just wake Vincent up because he was sleeping beside me. I was like, I'll just pat him on the back and be like, oh, give him my, New Year's kiss. Don't want to forget that. Well, I ended up like falling asleep within 10 minutes. I don't know how it happened because I had like literally 10 more minutes to wait and I fell asleep and Vincent woke me up. I'm like, how did you know to wake up? So he woke up. It was nice. It was nice that he woke up to do that though. Oh, thank you, True Crime Lullabies. Happy New Year to you and much love. Hey, Tempest. Did you write me? Actually, I think that I got an email and I haven't opened it yet from you and I need to read that. Let me write that down. I think, did you email me or am I dreaming things? Let me put it up here. I'm going to check my emails tomorrow. Vincent's been off. It's been weird. He doesn't usually have this. I mean, he does have this many days off normally because he takes vacation, but it's just this job, they give you a little bit more time off, which is cool. Thank you for gifting a membership, Mary Beth. I'm not sure who got it, but whoever did, welcome on in. Where's Aries? I'm waiting to see Aries' face come in here tonight. My team won. Ohio State played today and they won. And so I was waiting. I'm waiting on I'm waiting on him to come in the chat and say something about it. So I wake up with the chickens. I think I saw the email, but I was like, okay, read that email. And then I backed out of my email and I was doing something else. And then I completely just forgot to go back to the stupid email. I hate emails because I'm so bad about checking them. But I'm bad about checking text messages too. So it's all the same. You know, so tonight I can't fall asleep. I was up. Oh, Spill Beans got the membership. Oh, good. Good. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. I'm surprised we actually have some like an update on this case so soon. Anyway, I was going to do a live with Granny over this subject or this topic, but she's been running live since like 9 a.m. this morning. So I think she's probably really tired if she's still alive. But I know that she was wanting to go over this case as well because she was covering it a little bit, I believe, on her channel. So, and that's so funny that you said you wake up with the chickens because I can relate. I used to wake up so early. I don't know what happened. Don't know what happened, but I don't wake up as early anymore. I'm usually tired in the mornings now. But we are going to go ahead and we'll get started. If you guys don't mind just taking a second, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to subscribe, we'd love to have you. And if we need to, we'll earn your trust. We'll earn it. But we do have a really good chat. So even if you don't want to join and hang out with me, hang out with them because you guys are really awesome. Oh, thanks, Ladybug. I'm like the worst. I think it's because I have so many emails and I get overwhelmed to where it's like I don't want to look at any of them. But I know once I do, I feel better. That's what I sat down to do today. And then I don't know why I didn't check the emails. Now I'm like curious to know what happened. Vincent probably came in here and distracted me. I'm going to blame it on him. So we talked about this case on like the 30th, I believe. So maybe like Sunday or Monday, we talked about this case. Kahlib Collins, he's missing little boy, 1-year-old. We had actually Avery came up and she told us a little bit of the back stuff that she knew. And we kind of were going over tabs that I had pulled some stuff. And now this case has just like exploded. Like the last that we heard was, so tonight it's going to be more of a presumed death of 1-year-old Kahlib, but his case is now more of like you would say more of a body retrieval. They're trying to, find him than a recovery where it's like where he's going to be found okay. But this little boy has been missing since September 4th that we know of. And the only reason why we know of anything about this little boy being missing is because his parents and his sister, his little sister, or I'm sorry, his older sister, she was 2, he was 1. They got in a horrific car accident. They wrapped their truck around a tree. So the father, and his name is Stephen Collins. So the father, the mother, Wendy Bailey, and their little girl, Riley, were all in the vehicle. So the dad and the daughter, they didn't survive. And then the mother was rushed to the ICU and was put in like a self-induced coma. And it was like we didn't know if she's going to come out of it. We were talking about it like last night or a couple of nights ago. Like, she's been in this coma for so long. Like, will she able to come back out of it and all that stuff? Yeah, she came out of it. You can tell her head's been shaved. Like, so I don't know if she had her hair pulled up. If your hair's pulled up and you get in a car accident and there's the red stuff, comes out of you somewhere and it gets in your hair, the longer you wait to wash your hair, sometimes they just got to cut it. And, with my case, they didn't have to cut my hair. Thank God. Thank goodness. But it looks like they had to cut her here in the front. So this is her. Now we got a picture of her and if you're wondering, are those jail clothes? That don't look like a hospital smock. It is jail clothes. She's been arrested on 4 different charges, which we're going to get into tonight. She's in trouble. She's the only one left to live, Now I do have a picture. I've seen a picture of the seat belts and they do appear to have been cut. I don't know if maybe they cut the seat belts because they were planning on doing this, but they do look cut, and I'll have to show you a picture of them as well. So it says an Alabama woman has been arrested and faces charges in the death of her toddler son, who is now believed to be dead months after he vanished. And she does go by her middle name, Pam. So if you hear like Pam or Pamela, she goes by her middle name. So Wendy Pamela Jean Bailey, she's 22, was charged Tuesday with aggravated child A, criminally negligent homicide, corpse, ABUSC, and domestic violence. So she's up shit's creek without a paddle. Basically, her, she was living with her dad, and the dad didn't report the kid missing. No one reported this little boy missing. But you're going to hear a whole lot of really heartbreaking details tonight. So trigger warning, because there are arrest affidavits now. So we do know a little more. So I think she's talking. Somebody's talking, and she's the only one alive to do it, in my opinion. Her or her dad. So her 1-year-old son, Kahlib Collins, was last seen on September 4th in Winfield, Alabama. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency said on December 17th. However, he was not reported missing to the authorities, who were later alerted only to concerns about his well-being after a car crash on December 8th. So if they didn't get in that crash, which I don't know if it was planned or not, it's a shame. They didn't even know that he was missing. So I don't know. I don't know why they would, do that to their little girl. The car crash killed the child's father, Stephen Collins, 40. So she's 22, he's 40, who was driving at least 92 miles per hour when he went off the road and crashed into a tree. His 2-year-old sister, Riley Collins, the Fayette County Sheriff's Office said his mother was hospitalized in critical condition. And that's a picture of him there. You can see the dark circles under his eyes, the bags under his eyes. Like, that kid's got major bags under his eyes. I don't even know if I've seen an adult with eyes like that. That's so sad. The sheriff's office said that law enforcement was alerted by an unnamed family member a day later that the man and woman in the crash had another child who was unaccounted for. Bailey was released on December 30th and immediately transported to the Fayette County Jail and charged in connection with the deaths of both of her children. And that's a good idea. She is accused of causing her daughter's death, who was not wearing a seatbelt or in a car seat at the time of the crash, failing to report abuse of her son, and showing extreme indifference to the value of her son's life. And you'll see why the extreme indifference comes in too. Kahlib's body has not been found, but investigators believe that Kahlib had been deceased for some time before the crash brought his disappearance to the attention of law enforcement. A search is ongoing for his remains. On December 11th, Kahlib's grandfather, John Elton Bailey, was also taken into custody for failing to report a missing child. And that's, I mean, look, he's like, this ain't what I've signed up for yet. Well, sorry, buddy. And welcome in, everyone. Investigators alleged in a complaint against John Bailey that the child likely suffered serious bodily harm or death and was believed to have been removed from the home and taken to an unknown location. So, in my humble opinion, I don't know if Dad's talking or if Wendy's talking, but they're trying to put it, I believe, they're going to try to put this all on Stephen. And I believe that they're going to say that Stephen took this child somewhere and they don't know where he's at. Like, Stephen didn't tell him where he was taking him. You know, he just left with him one day and never came home. I just, that's not going to work. A recent filed corpse abuse complaint revealed disturbing details about the torture Kahlib endured in the days and weeks leading up to his presumed death. Bailey admitted, I just love when they admit stuff. I mean, it just makes the cop's job easier, you know? Bailey admitted to failing to intervene in more than 2 occasions that Kahlib Rowan Collins was physically abused by torturous means, such as being bound with rope, physically assaulted, and being bound by a rope from a loft with BLOD and bruising present. That's his mother. She claimed Collins sent her a text message saying he was going to kill Kahlib and then sent her pictures of him hanging aloft with a rope with blood present on his body and a photo of Kahlib Collins lying supine, which is like head up, like facing up, on the floor with extreme bruising present on his body. That was his sister there. Collins sent more text to Bailey saying he won't move, but I think it means it says he won't move, but I think that he meant he won't move. And then he wrote, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, then wrote, he moving. Bailey replied, okay, so I don't know where she's at, grocery store or wherever, right? And her boyfriend sends her a picture of their kid hanging from the rafters, pretty much bleeding, dying. And then he's saying he won't move. I'm so sorry. Oh, he's moving. Like, my reply would be, I mean, I'd already be on the phone with the sheriff, but, and on my way home. But she says he just looks worn out and tired and hurt. Hopefully that's all. Yeah, hopefully he's hurt. That's all. Just hurt, you know. According to the complaint, Bailey told investigators that upon the death of Kahlib Rowan Collins, his body was placed into a bag and stored in an outside storage building for a brief period prior to disposal at an unknown location. Are you gonna ride hard with that unknown location? They need to get that location out. Give one of them a deal, like a little deal. You know what I mean? Like we won't put you to death. I don't know if Alabama does that, but I don't think they do. I don't think Alabama does. I have to look that up now. Hey, Aries. How about that game? Hey, Tennessee gal. Hey, Bams. Hey, Citizen Sleuth. Hey, guys. Welcome in. It says Bailey is in the Fayette County Jail and more charges are possible. according to the sheriff's office. Yeah, if it when they find her son, 2 kids, she unalived them, both of them. And I mean, she literally, this is her picture. She's I don't know why they say hair color and eyes NA. I mean, you can look at her and tell by looking at her. But her booking date was just 12/30. Spending that new year in jail. Mm-hmm. Yep, Miss Alabama, yep. And the pictures of the kids, like I'll have to show you guys some pictures. It's just, they're heartbreaking. I mean, they're heartbreaking. Like their eyes are black and blue. You could tell they haven't slept, like they're malnourished. Like you could tell by their hair. Like I've never seen that in a child. Like where, you just start to lose like your hair. Like, oh, I mean, she's going this reminds me like so much of Leilani Simon. It's just ungodly because of the father living there and everybody, Hey, Ludwig. Like the father is supposed to be there to like, you would think as a grandfather, he would step in. What did he do? Just nothing? Just turn the TV up? I just don't get it. There it is saying she has, well, you know what? That ain't gonna cut it. And no car accident. We're not doing that crap neither. No, none of this. I hit my head in a car accident because I don't say that. I don't use that as an excuse, but that's why my words are a little funny sometimes, but Thanks, Justice for Crystal McCoy. Jones. Thank you for the super sticker. That's so sweet. Yeah, there's things, there's just so much more you could do. Like, when you have a child, they're supposed to be an extension of you. If you don't want to have a child, and you get pregnant, there's adoptions. There are plenty of people out there want a baby, There's things you can do. Like this woman, I don't know. This case reminds me of Harmony Montgomery too. I don't know. This is going to be one of those, I feel like we're going to be traveling like in Harmony Montgomery's case to find out what happened. And it's sad. So the first document, these are super small, so I have to like blow them up. But the first document here is, actually, I guess these are in order. Are they all like that? No, I say that. I don't think they're all like that. They're all document 3. Okay. But these are the charges for Miss Wendy Bailey. She is sitting pretty in the Fayette County Jail right now. Up at the top here, this will all say the same. So I'll just read it the one time and then I'll let you know the date and everything. But it says, before me, the undersigned authority, and this is going to be for criminally negligent homicide. Personally appeared this day the undersigned complainant who, upon first being duly sworn, states on oath that he or she has probable cause for believing and does believe that Wendy Pamela Jean Bailey, defendant whose name is otherwise unknown to the complainant, did prior to the commencement of this action on or about 12/8/2024 at 10 a.m. commit the offense of criminally negligent homicide. And this is going to be for her daughter. Because, she didn't have her seatbelt and she never had a seatbelt. She didn't have her in a car seat. Either or. Move the chat up here a little bit. There we go. It's so much easier to see you guys when it's up there. She's pregnant again. I'll fall out of this chair. Because there are, oh man, I have a friend like that. You breathe, she breathes, like you breathe next to her and she's going to be pregnant. Like one of my friends is like that, but like, and it's like, no more babies for nobody. I hope not. I feel like, I mean, she didn't really have a chance to mess up too much to where like they're both so like so close together in age to where I don't think she was like got caught by DCS or CPS or whatever you call it at this point. Like, you know what I mean? I think she was doing all these things and she wasn't getting caught because she wasn't in the system yet. It says criminally negligent homicide on or about December 8th, Wendy Pamela Jean Bailey caused the death of Riley Collins by criminal negligence, to wit, failed to ensure the safety of Riley Collins, 2 years old, by use of child restraint within a motor vehicle that operated on a federal, state, and or local public roadway during the course of traveling as a passenger on 12/8/2024. Riley Collins sustained injuries that resulted in her death after the vehicle she was in was involved in a crash. And that just wasn't any crash. That was like, I wonder if I can find pictures of it right here. Do they not have any on their Facebook page? I don't see any actually on their Facebook page. That's kind of weird. But I can show you where it looks like the buckles have been cut. Now, you tell me the only reason why I can see this, right? Okay. I can see the cops doing this if somehow there'd be no way. There's no way to get tangled up into a seatbelt unless you're, in my opinion, unless you have the seatbelt on. But here, you can tell these are like ripped out. Like these are not. This is a 2020, I believe, 2020 or 2024. It's like a brand new truck. So it should have zero defects with with any kind of, seat belts. Well, they said they didn't have them on. But you know what? They said I didn't. The person that I was riding with when I got my car accident, they tried to say I wasn't wearing one. And I ain't too good for the safe belt, man. I ain't too good for that. I wear my safety belt every time. My dad used to walk out and look out the front door at me, and every time I get in my car, make sure I put my seatbelt on. And I remember that night specifically putting it on and the light going off in the car. It was a newer car, and it went off. And then we figured it out with pictures too. So that I was wearing it. But yeah, I mean, unless she was wearing it, because she did get like halfway, like partial ejected from the car. I just don't know how you would like tangle into a seat belt, but I wanted to give you guys like a picture of it. So, let's see. This is the next one, I believe. Yeah. So we read the top. It's the same thing, but the date is going to be different. So this is how I think that they're talking to somebody, because they're getting these dates like 9/29. So September the 29th at 6 a.m. And it is corpse abuse. Corpse abuse on or about between September and October 2024. The defendant abused the corpse of Kahlib Rowan Collins by knowingly treating the corpse in a way that outraged ordinary family sensibilities, to wit, Wendy Pamela Jean Bailey stated that upon the death of Kahlib Rowan Collins, his body was placed into a bag and stored in an outside storage building for a brief period prior to the final disposal at an unknown location. I want to know where that is. I think we might have read through this one, but we'll read it again. And then it says, amended by the Act of 2002-239 of the Legislative of the State of Alabama against the peace and dignity of the State of Alabama. So we're getting a story here. We're starting to get a story. According to somebody that has every reason to lie, Wendy. She didn't stop the abuse from happening. There was times she didn't stop it. The last thing that she sees, apparently, is him hanging from the rafters, which is disgusting. And then she sees him, being transported into the shed, or maybe he just told her that's where he put him. I don't know. But I don't believe her. I don't believe that she didn't know more about this. I just don't believe it. 22, yep, Ladybug. I couldn't even imagine having a kid at 22. My best friend did. It helped her though. It made her I don't know. It made her stop. You know what I mean? We were turned 21 and she was going down that. She's like, I'm going to drink me some drinks. And I think that it kind of just stopped that and it made her mature faster. And she's an amazing mom. But me, on the other hand, I couldn't imagine having a kid at 22. Having 2 babies, you would need help. You would need help. But you would also need, you would get that help from the child's father. So the next charge is on 7/18, so July 18th at 11 a.m. That's the date of the occurrence. And she committed aggravated child abuse. Aggravated child abuse on or about July 2024. Wendy Pamela Jean Bailey, a reasonable person as defined in section 26-15-2, committed the crime of aggravated child abuse of a child under the age of 6 by knowingly violating the provisions of section 26-15-3 by acts taking place on more than 2 occasions. To wit, failing to report known physical child abuse and knowingly acted with blatant disregard to the abuse that occurred to Kahlib Rowan Collins, 15 months old. It says, so that occurred to, Kahlib by Stephen Bradley Collins, Kahlib's father, during July 2024. Now, do we really know that happened? Nope, because he's dead. She's not. I don't like that. You know what I mean? We're not going to, I don't know. Hook her up to a lie detector. Wendy Pamela Jean Bailey acknowledged that the fact of knowing and failing to intervene on more than 2 occasions that Kahlib Rowan Collins was physically abused by torturous means, such as being bound with rope, physically assaulted, and being bound by a rope from a loft with blood and bruising present, and which photographs, so there's photographs out there that the cops have, depicted evidence that posed an immediate and apparent threat of harm to Kahlib Collins. So maybe they went through her phone. Maybe that's why she's talking now, or maybe they went through her father's phone and he's talking. But yeah. I was trying to read this. I was trying to read a certain part again real quick. Yeah. Okay. Isn't this case crazy? You were 18 when you had your first baby, Ladybug? You got married at 18? See, y'all were young. My dad was 19, though, when he met my mom. He was pretty young. Vincent was young when he met me. Oh, yeah, he was real young. He was probably 26 or something. 25. Your boys are 14 months apart too. My friend has, I know her sons, but my friends, everyone thought they were twins growing up because I think they were 17 months apart. And we thought that was crazy. 30 years ago this year. That's awesome. I got pregnant prom night. I love it. Still with the guy 32 years later. I love that. Spilled beans. Went to the army when he was 3 and had 4 more. Now we're empty nesters. It sucks. Aw. Man, but you did your, wow. 19 and 21. My sister-in-law was 17 when she had her first daughter. And I think that really, for her having so many more kids, and she knew she'd have a big family because she came from 11 brothers and sisters, but they ended up having 5. And I think that she knew that she wanted to have that many. I think at some point in her life, she realized like, I want to have more and more. And so they all were at great ages. They could help the other kid, you know what I mean? Like they're all like 3 or 4 years apart. And maybe, I think the youngest are like 6 or 7 maybe apart. But lots of babies. Okay, so we just read over the aggravated child abuse one. And then the last one on here will be the domestic violence first degree. And that happened on September 29th at 6 a.m. And it says domestic violence first degree on or about July 2024, Wendy Pamela Jean Bailey committed the crime of domestic violence first degree by committing the crime of assault first degree. The Code of Alabama in 1975, to wit, under circumstances manifesting extreme indifference to the value of human life, she recklessly engaged in conduct which created a grave risk of death to Caleb Rowan Collins, to wit, after being notified by Stephen Collins via message that he was going to kill Caleb Collins, followed by photographs of Caleb Collins hanging aloft with a rope with blood present on his body. So if he was going to be doing all this, then why was he saying, I'm sorry, he's not moving? Why even apologize? You were not sorry. You just made him that way. Like, I don't know. I want to see the text messages because that's what she says. She says that he wrote her and sent photographs. It says, after being notified by Stephen Collins via message, I bet you they have these messages, that he was going to kill Caleb Collins, followed by photographs of Caleb Collins hanging aloft with a rope with blood present on his body. And a photo of Caleb Collins lying supine on the floor with extreme bruising present on his body, followed by a message from Stephen Collins that stated, he won't move. I'm so sorry. Stephen then sent, he's moving. Wendy Bailey acknowledged the photograph and replied, he just looks wore out and tired and hurt. Hopefully that's all. Wendy Bailey failed to intervene or notify law enforcement. She failed to be a mother. She failed to be a human being. And her, hopefully that's all. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, wait. And after she was made aware of this extreme circumstances and assault that had occurred to Caleb Collins, and the victim is related to the defendant, to wit, the defendant's child. It's like, it makes it even worse when it's your own child. Yeah, that's your child. Like, it's insanity to me. Even deleted, yeah. Well, I mean, just look at Stephen Stearns cleaned his whole phone. They had it like retracted, like they had it all like sent back to them within like a day. Remember when he got arrested? Like it was like so quick. All the grandbabies, all I got was grandpuppies. Oh, that's cute though. Let's watch this little video that they did of Caleb, with Caleb's family. Now I'm wondering if any of these people that were in his family, if they knew, did they know something was going on? Did they have any suspicions? I mean, they act like they didn't know. They act like they had no suspicions. I don't know. To me, I would feel like you would, if you don't see your niece or nephew. I mean, I didn't see mine for a long time, but I saw pictures. I knew they were okay. He just disappeared off the Facebook pages, but his sister's still there. Like they're still putting pictures of his sister on there. No one in the family is saying like, where's Caleb? Kahlib don't like to take pictures no more, Just weird.
Tonight, in a CBS 42 News exclusive interview, a family member of missing one-year-old Kahlib Rowan Collins, who investigators now believe is dead, is speaking out. And new court documents explain some of the horrific events leading up to his disappearance. We have a warning, though. Some details from this investigation are graphic. CBS 42's Avery Boyce is in Fayette County with the story.
Heather Llewellyn told me this morning that it is hard to imagine the things that might have happened inside of that home. Llewellyn grew up with and is the cousin of the missing one-year-old's now deceased father. She says the family is in a constant state of mourning as new information surrounding the loss of her cousin and his missing child continues to come out.
Because as
Wonder what she thinks about her cousin and all this.
mad as everyone is, and I'm mad too about what happened. That doesn't take away the pain and the hurt. It's just a really sad situation, and just horrific. Just to think about what kids went through.
According to the 24th Judicial Circuit Court's district attorney, the one-year-old's mother, Pam Bailey,
Her eyes look black. Like, man, her eyes look black. She cold.
was arrested and charged with aggravated child abuse, first-degree domestic violence, abuse of a corpse, and criminally negligent homicide.
Does it bring me peace of mind that Pam's been arrested? I wouldn't say peace of mind so much.
I would for every child that's out there that she could attack.
I want justice for Kahlib and for Riley.
2 hours after our interview with Llewellyn, new court documents were filed, revealing gruesome details of physical torture and abuse. The father texted the mother photos of Kahlib, saying he won't move. I'm so sorry. The mother texted back, he just looks wore out and tired and hurt. Hopefully, that's all. Law enforcement initially said Kahlib was missing since September. Now they believe he was dead months before.
I won't say shocked. I had been hopeful that outcome was going to be different. If Kahlib's no longer with us, then where are his remains? What happened?
Court filings say Kahlib's body was placed into a bag, put in a storage building, and later taken to an unknown location. The Fayette County Sheriff's Office says they are actively searching for his remains. In Fayette, Avery Boyce, CBS 42 News.
She know where that baby is. She's got to know. She's got to. Do you think that she would say, don't tell me where you're putting him? That's her child. Even if he was like no longer on this earth, like if she didn't like abuse him, which I think she abused him just by being there and being a bystander. But if she didn't physically like harm him, I would think that she would want to know where he was put. If she already knew, like the boyfriend already did what he did, to Kahlib. I don't even know how you can wrap your head around that. But if you were going to, and then stay with the guy, I would want to know. I would want to know where he was. So I think she knows where the body is. I mean, that's your child, no matter what, But like, man, why do people even? Everybody should have to take a class after that, like give birth, and not like a one-day class where they just come in there and they kick you out of the hospital, and give you your bill. Like some classes on how to be like, just do parent stuff. Shit, I would need a class. I'm 39. I would need a class. I think we all would like a little class on what to do, because nobody knows what they're doing when they first hand you a baby. At least back whenever I was born, they'd let you stay in the hospital for 2 days, get used to your child. Now they just are you literally have your child and they're like, are you done? Do you need a minute to clean up a little bit or anything? Or we got someone else coming in, She doesn't care. Yeah. And you know what? I bet you, because she knew that her daughter, she already is going to get charged with that. I mean, that they have the body, they know what happened. Maybe she's like, I think she did too. I don't think it's a one person deal with, and that's sad. And you can tell in the pictures. Let me bring up some more pictures. Like, I felt so bad looking at some of these pictures. Where's the one where they're, this one. Oh, okay. So if Avery watches this, I found the picture of the baby in the truck because we were trying to like find this picture, and the kids just in the truck with the seatbelt on. Like, I don't know if they're moving or what, but it looks like they're moving because her hand's up on the steering wheel. Like she had just stopped for a second. But this is where it was. My two beautiful ladies sitting in a truck to amuse daddy. That's a cute baby, though. Okay, let's see. This is the other picture. Let's see if we can get a closer one. Maybe. If not, I'll zoom in. Yeah, there you go. Like, look at these two kids. This is going to be Riley. Kahlib. Look at how small. Like, I know kids are small. Kids can be small. But if you were to tell me that that baby was 15 months old, I would say you're a damn lie. I don't know when this picture was taken for sure, but, I mean, he looks so sad. They both do. I don't see a toy in sight. Not a toy, not one. Not one. Not even a little bit. Not even a stuffed animal. I'm looking around trying to find something. Man, I feel so bad for those kids. Those kids don't deserve that. No kid deserves to be like that, And then there's that picture. Like this picture is the one where you can see her hair. It looks like it's like, see how it's cut up at the top like that? Like, it looks like it's broke off. Like she's lacking nutrients or something. Hey, welcome in, everybody. I know, isn't it? Straight talker, I know. It's like they're telling us. We just didn't know. This one has been everywhere. It's the same one Avery sent me, and she's been talking with the family. This picture here. Let's see, we have more. We have more where they came off of the Facebook page. Dwayne Collins. Let's see if we can. I mean, there's a man's leg right there, unless that's a very hairy woman. Could be. I think you're right. Yeah, the grandpa was arrested first. Yeah, his they were for like not failing to report. So I don't know if it's one of those where it's like everybody's a mandated reporter or if he had some sort of custody of the kids. But if he had some sort of custody of these kids, then that's real bad that he had them living in there. I know it's kind of small. This one it's the same picture that I just showed you a minute ago, though. This one right here. There we go. That's better. But yeah, you see his like little hairy leg that guy is. And like, look at this baby. This baby looks like I don't know, the way his arms are like this, like he's like, I didn't do nothing wrong. I don't know. Somebody that has a 1 and 2 year old, I need y'all to take a picture of your kid. Don't send it to me now. Just take a picture and then look at it and be like, your kids look at you like, I don't know. I just feel so bad for these kids. Like her eyes look like they're like just so dark underneath. I hope she didn't feel anything. I hope that little girl didn't feel a thing. Now, I hope the mom felt everything, but she probably didn't. He's cyber warrior. I think the charges will the charges will change then too. Because I thought he did. I thought he had custody of him. This is our second day covering this case, and it's just been it's insanity. Like, I wonder if the car accident was staged to kill them all. Now, it's a horrible way to, I don't know, to go out, I guess. I don't know if that's just a horrible way. Like, what if, like, just like in this case, what if everybody doesn't, perish in the car? And now, like, we're so lucky we got the mom, and she's saying, well, I didn't do any of this stuff. I was there for it, but I didn't do it. It's like another Katrina Barr. Mm-hmm. Hey, country thing. Yeah. Yeah, we just read through all of her documents. So she's been charged. This is her booking folder or booking photo. You could tell, like I said earlier, they cut her hair. They straight shaved that thing down. She was charged with criminally negligent homicide for her daughter because of the car accident, corpse abuse, aggravated child abuse, and domestic violence first degree. And those charges will change once they're able to find Kahlib, which I mean, they will find him. They're going to find him. I wonder, they've been looking at the house. I know that they had cadaver dogs and stuff like, bloodhounds and things like that, like searching around the property. It looks like they haven't found anything at the property as of right now. But I wonder what his way to work is, if he worked. I always like to know, like, people's way to work, because that's something that you do repetitively, you feel comfortable. And normally when you're dropping off of, a deceased person, you find somewhere you're comfortable kind of like with. So I would want to go that route. I'd want to go, like, see if there's anything suspicious looking up, up and down that route, because it's only been, it's been a while, but it's only, 6 months. Wow, September. 4 months. So that we think that he was last seen. That's what they're saying, September. Anyway, so let me see if there's anything else on here. I just went over and decided to join one of the Facebook groups today because I just felt like there wasn't a lot of coverage on this case. Let me see. Oh, and I guess the guy, Stephen, was married still, and they were just separated, and he was with her. So I don't know if that'll have it come into play, but we already read all this. Wait, what is this? I'd like to confirm a question I read on here somewhere regarding Pam's sister, Katie. Oh, so there ain't no way old Pammy doesn't know where that precious baby is. She is bound to break under the pressure. I guess someone knew. Like, I'm trying to look at the top contributors. I guess I could show you this. Um, okay. Yeah, and this is what this lady, like, Darla's writing. She's putting some weird stuff in these Facebook groups. I'm just reading through some of this to see if it's any of it is worth anything. Does anyone know how else feel like Pam? I guess she does go by Pam. Knows where the body was disposed of, but using Collins being deceased as a cover up to avoid more charges. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, she is. Yeah. What is this? Oh, that was what we've already read. Someone said that they think maybe his sister was dead before the crash. Oh, I hope. I mean, I just hope that whatever happened to her was fast. Like, what is up with people torturing their children? I'll never get it, but you know. She incriminated herself because she had stuff on her phone, I bet. It might just be red, his little foot. Oh, let's see this. 9 hours ago. I like a good timeline. I love a good timeline, actually. Let's see what this says. See if I've missed anything.
His body after saying yesterday that he may have died months ago. Your reporter Taylor Pollock breaks down the timeline.
We're learning from court records that suggest Kahlib Collins suffered serious abuse as far back as this summer, though his disappearance was not brought to light until months later. We warn you the timeline of events is disturbing.
Court records say it was sometime in July that pictures were sent to Wendy Bailey from Stephen Collins that allegedly show their son hanging from a rope with blood on his body and of him lying on the floor with extreme bruising, followed by the messages, "He won't move," and "I'm so sorry." September 4th is the last confirmed sighting of Kahlib, according to Aaliyah's emergency missing child alert. On or around September 29th,
he would have been just a year then.
According to statements Wendy Bailey gave investigators, Kahlib's body was placed in a bag, put in a shed, then ultimately disposed of at an unknown location. Then on November 6th, Stephen Collins makes this alarming Facebook post claiming Kahlib is suffering medical issues and will need surgery. On December 8th, Stephen Collins, Wendy Bailey, and their 2-year-old daughter are involved in a deadly wreck. Stephen and his daughter are killed, Bailey hospitalized with serious injuries. Stephen was reportedly going more than 90 miles per hour and driving recklessly, according to a crash report. According to the Fayette County Sheriff's Office, they were made aware the following day, the 9th, that the couple also had 1-year-old Kahlib and were not able to immediately locate him. On December 11th, Kahlib's grandfather, John Elton Bailey, is arrested for failure to report a missing child. Court records claim Bailey's failure to report, dated September 10th, caused the child to suffer serious harm or death, and that the child was removed from the home and taken to an unknown location. On December 16th, the sheriff's office publicly acknowledges Kahlib is missing. Aaliyah issues an emergency missing child alert the following day. As early as December 17th, WBRC learned law enforcement were present at the family's home. The following day, we watched them combing through the area, looking into sheds and searching the property with dogs.
On December 30th, Fayette County authorities say they believe Kahlib is dead and has been for some time, and arrest his mother, Wendy Bailey, who faces several charges. We reached out to the district attorney's office for more information. We'll let you know if we hear back.
I want to know who saw him on September 4th. Because I think July is more like it. Like July is when I think we had like confirmed sighting. Hey Jim. It's crazy. This is a crazy case though. Oh, your birthday's coming up, Mary Beth. How can you torture a baby? I know, right? Hey, little mama. Just think about Elijah Boo. I mean, you know, speaking of which, let's just look up Jesse Thing. Forget piece of shit. I hate people that I have no respect for people that can harm a child, whether it be with words, intimidation, or your hands, or you know, whatever. I just feel like adults are so much bigger than children. Like we should be able to control ourselves. No child should ever make us that mad. And if they do, there's ever a chance, like if there's a time that you just like your child is just momming it up, you know, go into a closet, shut the door, scream a little bit, you know, a silent scream, get yourself together, and you'll be cool. You'll be okay. But take that a second for yourself. Your kid can scream for an extra second, you know what I mean, while you're screaming with them. Just, you know, that way everyone can stay screaming. That's what I've always said. Just go in the closet and just scream a little. Because I know there's got to be times when your kids just drive you up a wall, but not to the point where you're gonna hurt them. And these kids weren't just hurt once; they were hurt repeatedly, over and over again. It's very sad. Let's see if they have anything over here with Jesse Vang. Okay, so Monday arraignment. What's this? November 18th. November 18th. Let's see. Played not guilty. Well, we knew that was going to happen. And so if you're unfamiliar with the Elijah Vu case, he was a 3-year-old little boy from Manitowoc, Wisconsin. And I think it was our first case of Wisconsin, actually. And his mom took him to her boyfriend's house pretty much and left him there. And it left him there to be taught to be a man at age 3. So he would throw him in cold showers, make him stand, pray for his mom, say he was sorry for hours on end. I mean, this guy's a piece of crap, a total piece of crap. They found Elijah. They found his blankie, and then they found him. And there is an amended complaint. So it looks like we're going to have to. Yeah, we're going to have to go over this maybe tomorrow. I'm sorry, I got to do that to you guys. 2 kids in, 2 different days. But look at this. Wow. Okay. It says an amended complaint filed before Monday's hearing charged Vang with repeated acts of physical abuse of a child, causing death, hiding a corpse, obstructing an officer, and chronic neglect of a child that did not cause specified harm. So I wonder what's the amended part? Like what's amended in there? He's charged as a repeat offender for having prior felony or misdemeanor convictions, which could increase how much time he'd spend in prison if convicted. And then this is her. Vang will be back in the court on March 13th. That's a while from now, but that's okay. We can wait. Oh, Elijah's body was found in September by a person checking their property ahead of hunting season. It was just a few miles from Vang's apartment. Wow. And it says one of them described video, photos, and multiple messages between Vang and Barr in regards to Elijah's punishment for what they described as bad behavior. And he would change his diaper once a day. That was it. Yeah. I don't remember this. So we need to read that amended complaint because it says that investigators say the day before on February 19th, we know he was last seen alive on the 16th. Video shows Vang leave a suitcase on the ground near St. Vincent de Paul. Police recovered the suitcase and found saliva inside that was positive match for Elijah. That's sad. I know. We did a lot of cases this year. Hey, Shelly. Happy New Year. These babies were. Oh, I know. And Elijah, look at that. I mean, he's so adorable. Like adorable. I just don't, I don't get it. I never will. That's the problem. You know, it's one of those things you want to know, but you don't want to know because you don't want to be like that person. You know, you don't want to know why they do the things that they do sometimes. Other times you do. Not with this one. Not with Elijah's too much. I have a feeling it's going to be just like another Letitia Stout. You know, as in terms of like just craziness, so many injuries, multiple injuries. I feel like, you know. Oh, he had like, he was the cutest. I know. That's a sweet picture. He kind of reminds me of a baby Vincent. When the first picture I saw, I thought that. I was like, and then I realized that his dad was Hmong. I think it's Hmong, which is Asian, and it's what, Hawaiian, like an islander, North Pacific islander, something like that. So like they're similar in ways. Madeline's too much, yeah. Now I'm hoping that they just fry these two people. Like just I mean, you know, and Lori too. Lori, she'll be back in court this year. There's a bunch of trials that are going to be going on this year. So I do want to cover Shayna. Let me actually go over to, I think they just put a new video out for her. Shayna Gardner. We covered it. I don't know how long it's been. It's been a while since we've covered it. Oh, wait, right there it was. Okay. This looks like the same video we watched. Wonder if it is. Like the last time we watched something about this. But it says this is 3 hours ago. I don't know. But basically, and I'll put these up on our like on our community tab, and then you guys can tell me if you're interested. Basically, she had an ex-husband, and he was a Microsoft executive, and he was dropping their twins off at home. I think they had twins. Yeah, they had twins. He was dropping them off at her house because they had, you know, custody, you know, issues. So on his way back through, he's driving with his 2-year-old in the back seat of the car, and he comes up on the road, and he sees a tire in the middle of the road. So what does he do? He decides to be a good Samaritan, get the tire out from the road, you know. As soon as he does that, a guy comes out with a gun and unalives him. So that's one case I wanted to cover. And then I wanted to cover the case of Corey Richens. And I think she might be going to trial this year, maybe. That's just a whole crazy case in itself. You know, she unalives her husband with a Moscow mule laced, and she says that she was sleeping with the kids at the time when he ends up, you know, dying, and it's a mess. Oh no, wait. Yeah, okay. I'm like getting them confused now. Like some of my cases are getting confused. And there was another one. What was the other one? I know there's another one I'm thinking of. Maybe it was Shayna's. No. There was another case. I can't think of it. Hey, Crafty. Vincent's he's half Japanese, half I think Italian. He's just a perfect human being, you know. And today he was even like way I don't know what got into him today. He like shampooed the carpets and everything for me. I was like, he put together a puzzle, y'all. He put together a 500-piece puzzle. I had every intention on going and doing this puzzle with him, and then I didn't. But he's definitely ADHD because I've never seen him be so like just he was just in he was into it. He was into it. He's like, I gotta finish Santa's beard because it was a Christmas one. So I was trying to like pack some stuff up. We got to get a picture frame for it. I thought there was one more. I just can't think. It was the one where it is Shane. No. Okay. It's the one. I can't think. I can think of who he's dating now. She like was set him up to be killed, but it never ended up happening. I cannot think of her name. She was over in the Bahamas. Oh, I can't think of it. I'll have to go through my playlist. Yeah, Mary Beth, me too. I have ADHD, like real bad. Real bad. Like I it's just bad. Back again. Is anybody on live going like crazy right now? Anybody doing any crazy lives? I like to look at that too, you know. Nope. I can't wait for old Betty, you know. The old bedster. She's going to be going to court here soon. It's the one where the guy survived. He played baseball. And he survived. And she was beautiful. Pageant like girl pageant hair, you know. She's I don't know why I can't think of it. Because it was like right when Shayna and Corey happened, and then that other girl that killed the girlfriend. That happened. I don't know. Steven is asking for searchers next weekend. Oh, that's nice that he's going to get back out there and search. He's been searching a lot. I used to be on drugs. I concentrate on shit. Ludwig, I feel that. I just feel that. That's so funny. Well, hopefully people will show up, you know? That was a good movie. Trains, Planes, Automobiles. Who was it that came in here last night? It was Cash. I wonder how Cash is feeling today. He came in, or Cash came in last night. Cash was like, I've been drinking. I was like, that's awesome. I've been drinking. I bet you Cash went to all the chats and said that last night. Like, Happy New Year. I've been drinking. It was pretty funny though. But I think that's all I have for you for this case for tonight. I'm going to keep my eye out, you know, keep checking back on it. But I'm going to figure out that case because it's bothering me now. Like, I know if I scroll through them enough, I'll find out. It looks like Granny finally got off her live. That poor woman was live for how many hours today? I feel so bad for her. I was doing some stuff, so I was in and out of the chat. Let me see. Is it still up or whatever? Yeah. 10 hours, 38 minutes. She's the boss. Wow. I got to catch up. Yeah. I stopped after like UA went up. I think that's whenever, like right around that time, I left because I had to go do some chores and stuff. So I have to go back and listen. But thank you guys. Yeah. Was it fun? I had fun when I was in there. So I'm glad that everyone had a good time though. Was it? I always say my new year my new year starts 1-2 since that is when my birthday is. Gives you an additional month. Oh my gosh, you already broke it. What was the 80% of them break their resolutions before? I broke mine too. Actually, I didn't do anything today. I really didn't do much. We went to the store and stuff, and we went to Sam's, but they were closed. So we went to Target, but nothing too crazy. Vincent's been doing all kinds of stuff around here today. I'm like, I'm taking it, you know. I'm taking it when he wants to do it. I'm like, phew. So he's like, I'm gonna go rent a carpet shampooer because we have like a small handheld one. I'm like, that's hot. That's pretty sexy, you know, wanting to clean carpets. The things that, you know, that I like. So he was cleaning carpets all day. It was funny. But thank you guys all for being here. I do appreciate you guys spending some time with me with each evening. This is a little bit of a shorter live, but wasn't a whole lot of information. My dog's snoring or doing something funny behind me. I don't know if you can hear. What's she smelling in the air? What's she doing, Raya? She's all right. But thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate it. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have a great new year. Don't forget, wake up tomorrow and do your affirmations that you promised yourself you'd do this year and your gym goals and all that stuff. And then I'll see you guys in the afternoon sometime. I'm probably going to go live on the second channel. If not, I'll be live on this channel. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Bye, guys.